Alright guys, what's going on? I'm back again. So Gaijin released some information today, specifically the dev team released some information today. Today's 3 March. And they were talking about some controversial elements of the Sky Guardians update. Now I don't necessarily think the F-16 AJ is anything to be controversial about, but the Pantsir S1 sure is, and really their weird answer on anti-radiation missiles in the game is a little perplexing to me. Really what they were talking about here is they think it's overrated. I think they're downplaying the effectiveness of anti-radiation missiles. But just some of the wording here. I mean, they really go all out. Like they say, firstly, the vast majority of anti-radiation missiles are designed to destroy big anti-aircraft missile systems like the S-75, S-300, the Patriot missile system, and the Hawk missile system. So yeah, that's some of them are, but not all anti-radiation missiles. I don't, what are they talking about? There are plenty. I mean, there's the Harm, there's the Shrike, there's the standard anti-radiation missile, there's the Alarm, there's the AGM-122 sidearm, there's the French Armat, and on the Russian side, we have the KH-15, the KH-25, the 28, the 31, and the 58. So it seems they're really jumping to conclusions really fast here, and the logic that since some anti-radiation missiles wouldn't work well against systems in the game, that we should exclude all of them for now, just doesn't make sense to me. It seems like they really actually didn't do their homework. I mean, just the way they're characterizing anti-radiation missiles just seems a little bit disingenuous to me. I mean, even if I took their anecdotal explanation of anti-radiation missiles at face value, there's also observed reality. Anti-radiation missiles work. I mean, we've seen them work against all types of air defense systems. And anti-radiation missiles, I'll just call them ARMS from now on, are most effective when used with other elements of suppression of enemy air defenses like jammers. And that gets me to the point of this video, which is the explanation here demonstrates Gaijin has a fundamental misunderstanding on how ARMS work and very little working knowledge as to how suppression of enemy air defenses itself works, let alone the role of SEAD in offensive counter-air missions. Now, they're right on some of this. Like early ARMS like the AGM-45 Shrike did go stupid when the radiating source stopped radiating. But modern ARMS can still find targets that shut down the radars, if they stay stationary. But as long as you keep radiating, it doesn't matter if you're mobile anyway. Like GPS and INS work wonders, they're still going to knock out the radiating source. And, when I read this next part, I was laughing when, they said, well, it might not necessarily destroy the enemy air defense system. And I was like, sweet Gaijin. I mean, that's the whole point here. That's the point of SEAD. I don't care if it doesn't kill the SAM. I just want its radar knocked out. Or in the truest sense of suppression of enemy air defenses, I don't want them to ever turn it on in the first place out of fear. They want to preserve their system so they just won't radiate. If I wanted to ensure destruction, I would just use regular ordnance, so bombs or Mavericks or something like that. So what I'm saying is, to Gaijin, I just want it suppressed long enough to hit my target and get out of dodge. Complete destruction or destruction of enemy air defenses deed is not a requirement. I think Gaijin is just making excuses, and they're missing the point of why players want SEAD mechanics like jammers and ARMS. And the point is the Pantsir S1. Frankly, this system has double the range of the best air defense systems in the game already. Well, not quite double. I think the longest range SAM in the game right now is about 12 kilometers, so the Pantsir S1 will have 20 kilometer range, which is still really far. And to be honest, it can still be outranged. I was just watching Hunter's video where he was testing an A7E with walleye missiles, the extended range versions, and he was able to destroy a target from 30 kilometers away. So check Hunter's video out if you want to actually see that working. So there are counters still. but that's just one nation in that weapon system. So if you're flying a nation that doesn't have access to walleyes, extended range walleyes, you may want some anti-radiation missiles in order to self-protect when you're going in. Now, of course, I'm not going to run around here saying that the sky is falling. Gaijin has plenty of time to balance and rebalance this thing so it's not some crazy overpowered air defense system. But if they stick to realism and they don't really change anything, you're just going to have to face a system with a 20-kilometer WES that's capable of engaging 4 targets at once, although it's questionable whether that'll be very useful based on the dev server testing that I saw. But what I'm really saying is with the introduction of the Pantsir, because it's not just the Pantsir. Really what it is, it's the sheer concentration of highly capable air defense systems in such a small area. At high tier is really insane. Realistically, and this is a game, I know it's not in real life, but this tactical problem would be mitigated by, robust seed or deed operations, the use of standoff weapons, low observable aircraft. But really all you have right now is distance, terrain masking, flying at low level, and you have some flares and chaff which are pretty much useless against operator guided missiles. They're manually guided in. I think one of the main problems with fast fixed wing casts in the game is that right now they're horrible JTAC mechanics or basically horrible spotting. So it's hard to acquire a target and then orient onto it and then get your ordnance. Like you have no ability with, you have no ground radar so you can find your own targets. And the electro-optical systems that you do have are a little bit lacking in the game. And then of course, you got no self-protection jamming at all. Really what you're limited to is getting a target of opportunity in a small window to get the shot off. But the enemy air defense has the initiative the whole time. They don't pay a price for keeping their radar systems on. They don't have to shut down for survival. You can't degrade them. Pretty much they have supreme situational awareness at all times, assuming that it's an average to good player. They have radar, some of them have the thermal sight, and they just have really good SA while you don't. Alright, so in conclusion here, I'm still hyped about the Pantsir. I can't wait for it to come. I can't wait to try it out. I hope other nations get air defense systems that are as capable as the Pantsir. But what do you guys think? You think Gaijin's making a mistake by adding this system? Do you think it's stupid to add suppression of enemy air defense mechanics? Do you even think anti-radiation missiles need to be in the game? Do you think everything's fine the way it is? Or do you think that cast players are just whining and they want things to be on easy mode? Let me know in the comments. But hey guys, as always, appreciate you checking out the video, and I'll see you in the future.